Alright, welcome back, guys. Oh, not that one. Let's get the chat going here again. Hopefully... Come on. Yep, we are bad. Alright, Jacob. Looks better. Alright, that's cool. Black Ace, Jacob Westbrook. Oh, nice profile pictures, me. And Jackson Thomas. Yep, welcome back. Alright, sorry for that. I didn't mean to end the stream. So unfortunately, if that ever happens again, I don't think I could fix it because obviously I tried and it stopped the stream. Cold 88, welcome back. Alright, yep, sorry for that, everybody. Back to the race. Let's try to get to the end of this thing. 295 to go. Still almost halfway done. We're just off of a restart here about 5 laps ago. So we pick things up. A 2-lap lead on Kurt Busch currently. Boy, really close to the wall there. Keselowski looking to take a peek under Johnson, try to get one of his laps back. Jimmy runs low right around the curbing. Great exit off of turn 4. Keselowski looks low again, and another caution. For the second time today, and for the second time, Kurt Busch gets the free pass, and it looks like he's going to pit again. So that will put him to 1 lap down. Man, if Jimmy pits, though, it's going to give a lot of guys a wave around, but I think we're racing Kurt Busch at this point, so we're going to have to pit. Probably be the smart way to do it. Yeah, I don't know why the other stream's still there. It said it ended, but for whatever reason on YouTube, it's still there. Green flag back in the air. Look at the restart on the top by Tyler Reddick. Unbelievable. Reddick was able to just power through like that. Yeah, he's got one of his laps back. A lot of guys were able to take the wave around there that did not pit. Johnson was put in a hole. Kurt Busch pit. He's the guy we're practically racing right now. So Jimmy decided to pit along with him. Despite the fact not many laps are on the tires. I don't know if that was a good move or not, but I guess only time's going to tell. Only had about 10 laps on our tires. 10 to 15 laps. Makes a little bit of a difference though here at Martinsville. Concrete corners. Oh boy. Are really skipping out on Jimmy here. Outsider Tyler Reddick having a great restart on the outside though. Keselowski's still kind of stuck behind us much like he was before the caution. Oh, we got close there. I thought he was going to use the bumper on the race leader of all things. Keselowski desperately trying to get his lap back on Johnson. Oh boy, Keselowski was there and he does use the bumper that time. Bump and run by Keselowski to get by Johnson. Wondered if he was going to try to do that. He was all over us for a little bit before the caution, a little bit after the caution. Finally uses the bumper to get that lap back. In 8th place. Now if we get another caution, Kurt Busch will be back on the lead lap just like that. It's crazy. We go 198 laps into the race without one caution, then we have 2. Even in the last 20 laps now. And what the saying goes for NASCAR, that cautions breed cautions. Good instance of one right there. Even on the short runs though, Johnson's able to hold his line consistently. Except for when Keselowski moved him a couple corners ago, but Red's definitely driving away after that, but Harvick on the other hand could not get there. Johnson just ran his fastest lap of the race though, 19.891. But although that was his fastest lap of the race, fastest lap ever, still from that test session of a 19.815. Another 19-second lap barrier, trying to enter that corner just a little bit higher. Kind of diamond and arc that corner off just a little bit. Day's going by so far so good. Shot another great round of golf. Shot a 76. One stroke better than yesterday's, so and on a hot streak there. Hopefully we can put on a show for you guys here this evening at Martinsville. One green flag run at the beginning of the race definitely helped Jimmy pull away. We'll see if he can get that momentum rolling as the race carries on. Being able to use all the racetrack here though. Entering the corners just a little higher. Getting a better run off the exit of the corner. Not having to worry about somebody side drafting us and getting to the inside of us. Pretty solid. Oh, contact there with Joey Gase. Is golf my second favorite sport? It's not my second favorite sport to necessarily watch. Although I do watch the majors whenever I can. But I love playing golf. I wanted to play since I was a kid, but I didn't actually get a chance to until about 4 years ago. And first year I started golfing, I got a golf membership so I could play the same course, you know, get familiar with it. And then second year would have been my senior year of high school. And I tried out for the golf team. I was actually our number 3 guy. By my second year, I was already hitting, you know, low to mid 40s for 9 holes. And then third year after was probably my best year from start to finish. The year after I graduated, or the year as I graduated technically, 2018. But like that spring into the fall, you know, I was consistently shooting 3 to 4 over par for 9 holes. Kind of what I've been doing on this hot streak that I've been on over the last month or so. But then last year kind of regressed a little bit. I got a new driver and I just could not figure it out at all last year. Ended up like, I don't know, I was just like pulling it like crazy. Like, no matter how I had adjusted, I'd either pull it or I'd shoot it straight up into the air and it would only go about 200 yards. Like, I was taking a lot of distance out. The course I play is pretty long on the front 9, so it's kind of like if you don't have consistent at least 250, 260 yard drives, it's taking you an extra shot to get to the green and really kind of hurts your score. But when those 2 years before that, when I was actually hitting decent tee shots around that distance, you know, it wasn't costing me anything. But then last year, I mean, it was costing me like a stroke every other hole. And I wasn't that much worse than the year prior, but I could tell there was a difference, you know, just score to score, round by round, that I was consistently like 2 to 3 strokes worse. Like I couldn't get under 40 as well as I could the year before that. But then this year started off similar to how that went last year, but then all of a sudden, just over the last month, I changed the grip of my not the actual grip itself on the club, but I changed how I was holding it and just started swinging for the fences, swinging as hard as I could. And then all of a sudden, I'm just getting under the ball, getting a little backspin on it. I have much more control, and I'm getting a lot of power and a lot of distance out of it. I'm just hitting it pure like every time, no matter what club I use. I don't know how I just randomly figured that out, but I've been sticking with it now. Yeah, over the last month, I mean, I think I've only had 3 9-hole rounds, and I play 18 holes every time I golf. So only 3 9 holes I've shot over 40. I've just been consistently in the mid to high 30s. I haven't gotten even par yet. Even par at the course I play at is 35, but that's going to different courses too. Because I've actually gone to about 6 different courses over the last month on top of where I've been playing my membership. About once a week I'll try to go to a different course, but yeah, I've just been on a tear. It makes it more fun when you go out there knowing that you've got the confidence and the consistency's there. Like today, I just shot when I shot the 76. My best 18-hole rounds is 75. I've shot like 3 76s over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've been close to getting my best 9-hole score. I shot even par once 2 years ago. For 9 holes, I hit a 35. Was my best 9 holes score. But I had a 36 today, and I think I've had 3 36s now in the last like 2 weeks. So I'm so close. I should have had it today. I think I needed a birdie on the last 5 holes to get there. And although I parred the last 5, I left my birdie putts like either short by a couple inches or to the right by a couple. Like I was barely missing. I was missing within like, but would miss it just to the left or right, or you know, just short. Like I was so close to getting it today. That was probably as close as I've ever been. And I was actually giving myself the chance. Like usually before, I wouldn't give myself that many chances. Like I'd chip on and have a nice easy putt for par and knock it in. But today I was giving myself shots for birdie, but they were just too long to putts. I couldn't knock them in. Not consistently, at least. Alistair Moore, welcome to the stream. Tim Irvin, welcome back also. That's enough of the golf talk for today. We're back to the racetrack here. So again, if you're just tuning back in, we have a 1-lap lead on Kurt Busch. Remember, at one point in time, we had a 4-lap lead before we ended up hitting pit road. And then we had a 2-lap lead. We actually lapped Kurt Busch again, putting him 3 laps down before we got our first caution of the race at lap 198. And then we had another caution about 10 laps after that. So Kurt Busch was able to get the free pass not once but twice. And a lot of drivers took the wave around under that second caution as I ended up coming to pit road because Kurt Busch came to pit road. Didn't want to give him that fresh tire advantage and have him run us back down again. So that allowed some other drivers that were 3 laps down under the last yellow to go to 2 laps down with the free pass, such as Byron, Blaney, Hamlin, who are all in front of us. And we have just caught right back up to them again. So Kurt Busch, slowly but surely, reeling his way back in, and we're not quite halfway done yet. So, again, that goes to show with these long races, it's never over till it's over. You never know what could happen. Made a couple great saves already today, too. Christopher Bell about turned us earlier. Welcome back here, King. Oh man, I got sandwiched between Hamlin and Blaney. That wasn't comfortable at all. Blaney's going to go another lap down there. Hamlin trying to hold on for dear life, hoping for another caution before he falls a lap down. Another lap down, I should add, once again. Currently 9 people watching. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We had some issues with the lag in the last stream, and I ended up getting the stream disconnected, but we are back here again. So if there's any more lagging issues going forward for the rest of the night, I'm sorry for that, but we're going to try to work our way through it as best as we can and try to get to the end of this race, hopefully, before the stream could possibly end. Cuts into the viewership slightly, so I definitely don't like when that happens, but I haven't had that many issues with NASCAR Heat 5 lately, so that's good. Why is this race not at night? I chose the day race for this, and I actually left the night race for the playoffs. So that's why I'm racing the day race for this first race. Instead of how the Cup Series actually does it now, with the night race being the the regular season race and the day race being the playoff race. The only reason they race in the daytime, though, is because in that area of the country it gets obviously colder in early November, so they can't race a night race there. Day race, it's lucky to break 60 degrees, so. But with this being a video game, fans aren't going to get cold, so. That is why this one's in the day. Bino, welcome to the stream. Hendrick might downsize. It's possible. Maybe that's why there's no talks of the 48 car. Now, if they downsize, I wonder who's going to take the next charter. With NASCAR being under a charter system, they own 4 charters, so they would probably end up selling maybe another lower funded team an extra charter. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like some 3-car teams that could probably, like maybe Penske fields a 4th car. That's I'm trying to think. That could be possible for Austin Cindric. Like maybe Penske buys the charter, and you know that would really flip things on its side. I'm trying to think of some other 3-car teams. Stuart Haas has 4 because you can't field more than 4 cars. Oh wow, Jimmy overran that corner. Jeez, little Pete's completely overran turn number 3 there. Just past the halfway mark, by the way. 255 laps completed, the 500 laps in this race. Second 500 lapper of the year. We already went to Bristol once this season. We will go back to Bristol and Martinsville in the playoffs, so. Oh wow, Jimmy got loose there, keeping the power down, trying to hustle around Kurt Busch. Desperately trying to get him to 2 laps down before a possible caution. Johnson is there and clears him now down the front straightaway. Yep, welcome, Alistair. So again, Richmond was my worst track on NASCAR Heat 4. And in our truck series race there, we finished 9th. So still a top 10 performance, but oh, we did not have a great day as we just pounded the inside wall there off of turn 4. And now just got drilled from behind from Landon Castle. Or sorry, not Landon Castle, that's Quinn Howe from the 00, my bad. Kind of a chain reaction of events that occurred there. So hard not to lose focus in a 500 lapper like this at Martinsville. Gotta keep it on, because if you end up missing your corners just once, it can really bite you, as you saw there a couple laps ago. A lot more open room to run now. Johnson getting out off to that very early lead. Big early lead, I might add. It's definitely helped this 48 team, taking a little bit of pressure off. Maybe not having to run quite as hard as we need to. We're still trying to run hard, but you know, just having that much pressure on would obviously make us at more risk of missing our corners and missing our timing in these turns, but you can really get in a rhythm when you're not having to battle somebody. Oh! Sitting backwards on the track, Johnson goes for a spin, and that will bring out another caution. Just kind of clipped the curbing. I was looking at the chat too, but Johnson clipped the curbing with the left side tires, and around he goes, bringing out the caution. And that's unfortunate, because that'll give Kurt Busch one of his laps back. So he's right back to one lap down again. That was a mistake that did not need to be made there by Jimmy. Definitely going to hit pit road now. And much like you saw Blaney on that one restart, Denny Hamlin spins his tires on the outside lane, but has a big charge still into turns 1 and 2, but not for much longer. Johnson clears. Tyler Reddick had a good restart on the bottom of the track, though, right behind Jimmy. Oh boy. Getting bored. It's been a little bit of an uneventful race. I mean, that's probably why I missed the corner like I did too. We need to keep it on. We don't need to make things interesting here for my sake, because it'll make it much harder to win for sure. And it just goes to show, again, these races are very hard, especially the cup races, to keep the momentum going the full race without getting tired or anything of that nature, because it definitely has brought Kurt Busch back into it again. If he gets another caution here, he is back on the lead lap. Only 3 cautions so far today, though, almost 300 laps in. Oh, Blaney to the inside. Johnson tries to run it deep into turn 3, but Blaney will complete the pass, and here comes Keselowski. Johnson got the power down, though, to beat Brad. Off the exit of the corner. Oh, Johnson gets into the back of Blaney into turn 1. Blaney keeps it rolling. Zio's gotten one of his laps back now, hoping for a quick yellow. And Keselowski used the bumper on Johnson to get one of his laps back earlier. Will he do it again? Not that time. Nobody took the wave around under that last caution again, by the way. No one in the top 10, at least. Brad is there. Oh man, he almost used the bumper there. Defensive line to keep Byron behind him, as well as Tyler Reddick. Off the exit of the corner. Keselowski drives it in deep again, but he still can't get there. And now look at William Byron working the outside, trying to side draft Keselowski. Very tough to do it on a short track, but nevertheless, he is still trying to side draft him and pull him back in the corners. Yeah, truck races tonight at Kansas, and there goes Keselowski to the door of Johnson. Jimmy trying to pull him back with the side draft there, couldn't beat him, and here comes Reddick to follow on the bottom, and Reddick will get by Johnson as well. Clear. Not quite. Okay, it looked like he had him cleared for a moment, didn't quite move up. And now here comes Byron in the freight train, going around Jimmy Johnson on the inside. Johnson trying to put pressure on those guys to the inside, but Jimmy just can't get the run off the exit of the corner. Finally, Johnson hops in line in between Byron and Boyer. Jimmy looking back underneath Byron. Not going to get him there. Hamlin moves up past Boyer behind us now. Oh no, and again, Johnson, oh, and he gets slammed in the door by Denny Hamlin. That was a hard hit after Johnson loses control again, but that kind of straightened Jimmy out. We stay green. Boyer gets one of his laps back now. That really hurt the front of Hamlin, and now he loses the bottom of the track. Truex, Custer. Looks like De Benedetto's going to get on by him. Ooh, head of steam for Johnson into 3, outbreaking Boyer and clearing him off of 4. I don't think Boyer's got that fast of a car right now. Lead cars starting to catch the lap traffic. Johnson will in a lap or 2 also. Looks like John Hunter Nemechek's the lone driver out of the race right now. Brought out one of the 3 cautions we've had so far. Man, big rear wheel spin there, and Boyer's fighting back. Almost 300 laps in. 290 complete now at the line that last time. Still a long ways to go. And, well, not a real long ways to go. In Martinsville, you can get about 3 laps in a minute. So 210 laps isn't really that long in the grand scheme of things at this racetrack. We did go 198 laps without a caution earlier in the race. We likely only have one more pit stop left if we did somehow go green flag to the end. Seen a little more incidents here now that we've creeped past the halfway mark, where Johnson has to be careful. Can't risk DNFing, especially, you can't risk losing points by DNFing when we're fighting for this regular season championship. You know, we're into the thick of the season. We're almost halfway through the regular season here in the next couple races, and having the regular season points lead by a comfortable margin, all it takes is one DNF. That's 40 points you're missing out on. You're only scoring 1 point. At least in this instance, where Nemechek is the only driver out of the race right now, we would finish 39. Boy, would that play into Kurt Busch's wheelhouse if something like that were to happen. You guys that have NASCAR Heat 5 know how easy it is to DNF. So in a long 500 lap race here at Martinsville, you really have to have your head on your shoulders the entire race. What does Ally sponsor stand for? Ally is a bank. It's actually Ally Financial. It's a bank. There's none of them. They're only in select locations. I know there's some in Detroit because I can remember near Comerica Park where the Tigers play, going to the games. There's an Ally Financial like down the street from where the stadium's at. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bank. If it's not a bank, then it's an insurance company, kind of like Principal or something like that. But it's somewhere along those lines. Ally's just Ally. I don't know about that, but not really specific there, Jacob. Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't say like Ally Financial like on the car, why it just says Ally. Because I didn't even know what Ally was until it was sponsored Jimmy Johnson. I'd never heard of that bank up until then. And then I started seeing more, now that I've seen it on Jimmy's car, I've kind of recognized, you know, like when I go to Detroit, I'm like, oh, there's an Ally right there. I never noticed that. Now that I know what it is. Well, we have over 300 laps complete, just less than 200 laps to go here at Martinsville here today. One and only live stream here today. Again, there's a good chance we're going to have a double header tomorrow. We go to Richmond. And then Indianapolis likely, both Cup Series races. Richmond race will be tomorrow morning, roughly 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll go to Indy for the Brickyard 400 later on in the afternoon. Will likely be the schedule for tomorrow on the channel. You know Ally as a teammate, but that's it. Yeah, it's a different kind of Ally. What time for Indy? I'll probably end up... I plan on setting my alarm early tomorrow morning to get my round of golf in before the first stream. So we could probably shoot for about 4 or 5 o'clock for the Indianapolis stream tomorrow. I think that'd be a good time. So it won't get done too late. I don't know what time the Xfinity race is on Saturday, but we'll probably try to work around it. Or get it done just beforehand, something of that nature. I know the truck race is on tonight. I don't think this race is going to be over before the start of it, but that's okay. I'm alright with missing laps of a truck or Xfinity race, but you never miss a lap of a cup race. Kurt Busch going to lose a lap to Johnson here. Kurt just didn't quite, oh man, a little contact with Reagan, and then Reagan got loose off of turn 2 behind us. Oh wow, Bell about moved up the track right in front of Jimmy. Jimmy tries to go to the outside. Gonna cut to the bottom. Right in front of Bell. Bell and Johnson got together a couple times already today. Not much of a fight though that time by Christopher Bell during this thick lap trap. So again, just a steady lead. Kurt Busch just needs those back-to-back cautions to get back into this thing, and he hasn't really had them. He had that one instance right when he fell 3 laps down. He ended up getting 2 laps back immediately with cautions, but that was it. He needs another string like that where we have 2 cautions in a 10 to 15 lap radius, or even like a 30 to 40 lap radius to get 2 cautions, and he's just not able to get it. Again, we've only had 3 cautions all day today, and we've ran over 300 laps at Martinsville. Again, the longest green flag run is 198 laps at the start of the race before we had that first caution. And we've had 3 cautions in the span of just over 100 laps. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. Oh, wow, Johnson hit the wall pretty hard off of turn 4 there. Luckily, it's a short track. We're running low speed, so don't have to worry about it too much. Definitely seems like we're burning that right front tire off a little more this run than the runs prior. One of the leaders had pit about 25 to 30 laps before we even did during that first and only green flag stop we've had today. Had 2 cautions, or 3 cautions since then, but 2 pit stops since then as well that have both been under yellow. I'll tell you one thing. So again, in my house, my room is upstairs. We've got central air, so I've got some air conditioning in the house, but for whatever reason, my room is always warmer. So when I'm up here doing these streams, I usually have like a stand fan on throughout the course of the day. I have that turned off when I do the streams, simply so you guys don't hear the fan in the background, because it's pretty close to where I sit. I could put it across the room, but it'd still be pretty loud, especially on high, for it to really work and cool my room off. So if it looks like I'm sweating down in the picture below, or I keep wiping my face, it's probably because I'm starting to sweat at this point in the run. About a couple hours into this one. Toughing it out just like a real NASCAR driver in a sense. Not really. I mean, my room's probably, I mean, it's It's not as bad in the wintertime. Obviously, in the wintertime, it's not bad at all. It still gets a little warm, you know, when I'm just sitting here and I'm, you know, doing these full race live streams for a while. But it's not as bad as the summertime. And it's the first time I've had to do this in the summertime, though. Because remember, this channel started back in November when it was already starting to cool off. You know, barely would break above 50, 60 degrees, so I never really had to worry about it then. But man, since we hit about like late April, early May, it's crazy. Night streams aren't as bad, and neither are the like morning into the early afternoon. But man, these like middle afternoon to evening streams, man, they're tough. I mean, especially today, I think it got up to 88 degrees. And I think it's supposed to be about the same tomorrow, and I think it's actually supposed to get up to like 93 on Sunday here. So that's July weather for you in Northwest Ohio. Brutal cold in the summers and super hot, or brutal cold in the winters, super hot in the summers. Caution's out for the 4th time here today. Kurt Busch will get back to 1 lap down once again, and the rest of the field will hit pit road. But we are not going to be able to make it on fuel to the end of the race from now, so we still have at least one more pit stop to go through. Green flag back in the air. Johnson nails the restart. So does Byron on the top side. Willie B going to try to drive it in deep, trying to get the 2 laps down. Johnson barely beats him off the exit corner. Little contact, and here comes Blaney on the bottom. Oh, late block by Johnson, and Blaney gets sideways and completely drives it in to pay back Jimmy into turn 3. Keselowski got a piece of it also. Oh, no! Johnson just ran right in the back of his Hendrick teammate Byron. That stacks the outside up. More cars get around on the bottom. Jimmy goes down to protect the line and now trying to get underneath Newman again. Crazy restart here at Martinsville. Yeah, we had a big heat wave here in Northwest Ohio for the last couple weeks. It kind of cooled off at the beginning of the week. We've been in like the low to mid 80s, which is still pretty warm for here, but I mean, we were like mid 90s for like a weekend. Went to Bristol, I guess that was about the time it ended. And when I came back, I think we had like one day it hit 90, but then since then it's cooled off about 10 degrees or so. But yeah, we're supposed to get another heat wave here starting Sunday. I think Sunday through Wednesday is supposed to be, oh, at least 90. Johnson goes around off of 4. Custer goes around behind, and Johnson crashes on the front straightaway. A huge pileup. And Johnson, who had been dominating this race for over 330 laps, tried to save it. Custer got a huge piece of that to the outside wall also, and the crazy restart put us in that situation where we were mid-pack. And as we get later and later into these races, there's just more and more battles. Unbelievable. First DNF of the season for Johnson. Hitting the wall head on off of turn 4. And that is going to finish him likely back at about 39th. I think Nemechek was the only car out of the race up until then. Christian, welcome to the stream. Man. I don't know. I mean, I hit the wall hard. We weren't at fast speeds. We hit the wall head on. But, I mean, when we hit the wall head on, we were probably, by the time I got on the brakes there, we were probably going 80, 90 miles an hour. Like, it wasn't that fast. I don't know if that's a safer barrier wall or a concrete wall there. I think it might be a concrete wall. I don't think there's safer barrier down there. And that might have been some of the problem. Unbelievable. What a tough break for Jimmy Johnson. Wow. So late in the race, too. Almost 350 laps in. We had about 150 to go, and unbelievable. Shocking to say the least. Johnson will not get his 9th win of the season. And that goes to show we were dominating in Martinsville, and then something like that happens, and Johnson still got a considerable points lead. We'll have to see who won that race. I want to know why it scores me in last. Should have been 39th because John Hunter Nemechek had DNF'd. Yeah, Nemechek was out of the race in DNF, but it showed he finished 23rd. I think it just randomizes the running order when you DNF. That's the first time I've done it in the Cup Series. So realistically, we would have finished 39th, but either way, we would have only scored 1 point without any stages. Because 36th through 40th is all 1 point scored. So yeah, we still would have got 1 point regardless. So I guess that doesn't matter, but I guess it benefits John Hunter Nemechek. Would have finished last, but he finished 23rd. Take a look at your running order. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. gets a win. His first of the season. Reddick 2nd, Kurt Busch 3rd, Blaney 4th, Byron 5th, Hamlin 6th, Kyle Busch 7th, Keselowski 8th. 9th was Martin Truex Jr. and Christopher Bell rounds out the top 10. Stenhouse with a win will lock himself into the playoffs here at Martinsville. Man, oh man. So Ricky Stenhouse gets a win. Should be no reason why he's not in the top 30. Yeah, he's 15th in points. So that win is going to get Stenhouse into the playoffs. That is our 4th different winner of the season. And Harvick does gain, as well as Kurt Busch, who had a good finish. Blaney had a good finish. So did Kyle Busch, finishing top 10. All gained needed points on Johnson there. And we roll into Richmond next. We got another short track coming up. That will likely not be tonight. No, I think I'm going to save the doubleheader for tomorrow still. If we did a race tonight, I wouldn't be doing a doubleheader tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I still ran, like, I know I DNF, but we did make it at 350 laps at Martinsville, and I was getting pretty tired of it there by that point, but needless to say, definitely got to keep the focus on a lot better. I didn't do a great job of that tonight, and it goes to show there. It was a freak accident when it happened. I felt like I wasn't that tired, you know, that I could have done that. I had good sleep the last couple nights, but man, what a tough break for Jimmy Johnson. Dominating. Unbelievable. Yeah, Richmond is hard. Yeah, Richmond's my worst track on NASCAR Heat 4. I would assume that's probably going to be the same for Heat 5. And that could bring somebody back into the point standings. Harvick over a race behind, 69 points back right now, but you never know if he might be able to strike here. So that is going to do it for this one, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Sorry the stream ended prematurely. Got in an accident off of turn 4 and DNF'd here in this one. I like the fact that if you wreck like that, it ends the day because it makes it realistic. Because if I would do that, and if a car would have done that, let's say if Johnson would have done that in real life, and he spun, hit the wall at that angle, off of turn 4, even at Martinsville, there's a good chance you're not going to be able to compete with that much damage on the front end or the front nose of the car. So I like that. Makes it more realistic. Makes it realistic for the live stream, but boy, it sucks when you're streaming these races and you look for a full race live stream and something like that happens prematurely, especially when we make it that far into the race. While dominating, for that matter, we definitely had the best car. So unfortunate there. We'll try to go get them at Richmond tomorrow, as well as I don't know what I was going to say. They were talking all at once. As well, we'll run the Brickyard 400 tomorrow. So I'll see you guys about 10 a.m. or so Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for our Richmond Cup Series race. Hit the subscribe button for more daily NASCAR content, such as these full race NASCAR Heat 5 live streams. And hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the race commentary of the video in general. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.